Joining us, this is an English edition of news from Dalsan TV with the latest from Somalia and beyond. My name is Julius Deko and these are some of our top news headlines. Somalia and Kenya to hold bilateral talks on trade as President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud leaves for Nairobi. Somali army liberates 20 towns from Al-Shabaab in southern central Somalia. And police arrest 2 suspected of murder in Somaliland. Somali President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud and his Kenyan counterpart William Ruto will hold bilateral talks when Kenya's new leader will be sworn in tomorrow. President Hassan Sheikh has been invited by the new leader for the inauguration of Dr. Ruto, who defeated Raila Odinga in Kenya's elections last month. President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud will attend the swearing-in of President-elect Dr. William Ruto as the 5th President of the Republic of Kenya on Tuesday. President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud is among 40 heads of state and governments invited to attend the inauguration of Dr. William Ruto, who won Kenya's August election. President Hassan Sheikh last visited Kenya in July, just over a month since his re-election as the head of state of Somalia. The two leaders are set to hold bilateral talks largely on trade. During his last visit to Nairobi, President Hassan allowed the resumption of miraa export from Kenya and permitted Kenya Airways to start scheduled flights to Mogadishu in the latest sign of improving ties between the two neighboring countries.
Bali na mambo ya viongozi, mpango yetu ni mambo ya wananchi. Mumeniambia kuhusu mambo ya miraa. Tayari niko na mkutano na rais
William
wa
Ruto,
Somalia.
While addressing a gathering of farmers, said he will have discussions with the leader of Somalia on the export of miraa, which was resumed last month. Dr. Ruto assured miraa traders of good outcome from the talks with Somalia's new head of state, saying it will diversify and promote trade and economic cooperation between the two countries. Somalia's wish to join the East African community is set to feature in the discussions between the two heads of state as Somalia seeks to get support from member states to cement the desire of President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud to stabilize ties with its neighbors. Mr. Mohamud had attempted joining the East African community in his first term between 2012 and 2017, but the bloc initially refused the application, citing sporadic conflict and weak institutions in Somalia. Kenya and Somalia also have a maritime dispute, which the International Court of Justice last October ruled in favor of Mogadishu, but whose decision Nairobi rejected. Incidentally, the case was filed in Mohamud's first term in office in 2014. Mohamud has, however, promised to lead Somalia at peace with itself and the world, signaling a reconciliatory tone. President-elect William Ruto, who served as Kenya's deputy president for 2 terms, will be sworn in on Tuesday at Kasarani Stadium in Nairobi. The Somali National Army has liberated over 20 towns in the latest offensive targeting the militant group Al-Shabaab. The latest offensive, a continuation of operations by Somalia's armed forces and local militia, was conducted in parts of central and southern Somalia.
The Somali National Army has liberated key towns from the hands of the jihadist group Al-Shabaab, fighting to topple the central government. In a statement, the government said the Somali National Army, assisted by the local civilians, liberated more than 20 towns in Galmudug, Hirshabelle, and southwest states from Al-Shabaab. The Somali government said 100 militants fighting for the group were killed during the operation concluded on Sunday. Operations kickstarting the implementation of the government vision to fight terrorism and groups like Al-Shabaab and getting rid of them all over Somalia have been continuing in several parts of the country, said the government in a statement. Offensives carried by the locals assisted by the government to liberate Al-Shabaab-controlled areas have been fueled by the continuous atrocities by the group on the local civilians. The militant group has been using these towns as strongholds for organizing their terrorist attacks with explosive and suicide bombers on different parts of Somalia. In the Hiran region, Bergadid, Bada, Tedan, Gobo, Bardere, Tiranshanle and Omad have been removed from the hands of Al-Shabaab. Ada Kibir, Marsagame, Dumodle, and Ali Walid have also been liberated. Operations in Bay have led to the capture of Madabun, Elalahele, Makini, Hobaldaranle, Iskire, Kanyare, Burami, Bahai, and Kayo towns. The Somali government has expressed its solidarity with the armed forces who have taken up arms to resist the Al-Qaeda ally in Africa. It has vowed to revamp the fight against Al-Shabaab until they are removed from all areas they now control.
And police in Somaliland are holding 2 men suspected of murdering 2 people at different locations in Maroodijeex region. Authorities said the suspects were arrested following investigations by the Criminal Investigation Department of the police, which was tasked to unpuzzle the case. 2 suspects accused of killing 2 men in parts of Maroodijeex region in Somaliland have been arrested. An operation by Somaliland police force led to the capture of Abdiqani Hussein Mohammed and Noor Abdi. Mr. Abdiqani is suspected of killing a man who has been identified as Ibrahim Yassin. The police force has not given further details on the weapon used in the murder conducted on the 1st of September this year. The deceased was killed in Dar es Salaam, Sabuwanag in Maroodijeex region in the self-declared independent state of Somaliland. The police force said the suspects will be arraigned in court to respond to charges of murder according to the Somaliland's law. Another suspect, Noor Abdi, is accused of killing Ali Abdi Yusuf on Thursday in Horfada village on the outskirts of Hargeisa. The Somaliland police force have called on local residents to collaborate with security agencies to curb crime in the country. Last year, a total of 89 murders were committed. Of the 89 assailants, 84 suspects were arrested, while 5 suspects escaped. According to the Somaliland police, the total number of crimes committed in Somaliland last year were recorded as 19,230. 4,400 of the cases have been proven to be false, while 6,085 cases have been resolved. 1,077 cases are under investigation and 7,600 cases have been prosecuted. Meanwhile, in Ethiopia now, and stories affecting Tigray and Ethiopia's Tigray rebels have said they are ready for a ceasefire and will accept a peace process led by the African Union, removing an obstacle to negotiations with the government to end almost 2 years of brutal warfare. The announcement was made by the Tigray Liberation Front on Sunday. The African Union has since welcomed the announcement by the TPLF, who are fighting in the northern part of Ethiopia, that they are willing to take part in peace negotiations.
The African Union has welcomed an announcement by Tigrayan rebels in northern Ethiopia that they are willing to take part in peace negotiations. The head of the AU Commission, Moussa Faki Mahat, said it was a unique opportunity to end the conflict and urged the rebels and the government in Addis Ababa to implement an immediate ceasefire. In a statement, the chairperson said he welcomes the announcement by the regional government of Tigray of its commitment for a peaceful resolution of the conflict, as well as its willingness to participate in an African Union-led peace process. The chairperson further urges both parties to urgently work towards an immediate ceasefire, engage in direct talks in an AU-led process that is inclusive of mutually agreed international partners. The statement further added that the chairperson reiterates the AU's vowed, long-standing and continued commitment towards a robust and credible peace process founded on the commendable political courage displayed by both parties, which without delay should help in delivering on the legitimate aspirations and supreme interests of all Ethiopians for peace, stability and sustainable development. Fighting resumed in August after several months of calm, but on Sunday, the Tigrayan leadership said it was ready to participate in a peace process under the auspices of the African Union. Fighting resumed in August after several months of calm, but on Sunday the Tigrayan leadership said it was ready to participate in a peace process under the auspices of the African Union. Tigrayan leaders have previously been critical of an AU-led mediation, instead favoring outgoing Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta to lead the talks. There has been no direct reaction from the Ethiopian government, but it has previously said it will talk anytime, anywhere.
And Miraa farmers in Kenya have been promised of an increase in export of the crop to neighboring Somalia, which had banned and stopped the importation from Nairobi for 2 years. President-elect William Ruto said he will hold talks with President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud, who will be in Kenya during the inauguration of President William Ruto on Tuesday. Kenyan President William Ruto has told Kenyan Miraa farmers that he will hold talks on Miraa with the President of Somalia, who will be attending his inauguration on Tuesday. Somalia reauthorized the exportation of khat to Somalia in August after Somalia halted the importation of Miraa from Nairobi 2 years ago. Khat exporters in the country have been fuming over the expensive commission they have had to pay to faceless cartels since the resumption of the trade. President-elect William Ruto reassured the khat farmers in his country not to worry, saying that he will crack the whip on cartels in the sector, arguing that they deny farmers the chance to make an honest living from their efforts and hard work. He also revealed that a meeting is scheduled between him and Somalia's president, which he said is aimed at addressing a number of key issues, key among them the issue of khat.
Iko na mkutano na rais wa Somalia wiki hii, anakuja kuniona wiki hii, na baadhi ya mambo tunazungumza ni biashara yenu ya miraa.
The two leaders had agreed to facilitate, diversify, and promote trade and economic cooperation between the two countries, the immediate market access of fish and fish products from Somalia to Kenya, and vice versa, and the resumption of trade in khat, popularly known as miraa, from Kenya to Somalia, will resume with immediate effect, said the two countries after mending ties in July. At the time, the two sides agreed to give courtesy visas to holders of diplomatic passports, as well as letters from their respective ministries of foreign affairs, which will be issued free of charge. At the time, the two sides agreed to give courtesy visas to holders of diplomatic passports, as well as letters from their respective ministries of foreign affairs, which will be issued free of charge on arrival. And with that story, we come to the end of this broadcast, an English edition of news from Dalsan TV. Keep it Dalsan TV for the latest news from Somalia and around the world in both English and Somali. My name is Eunice Deko. Until we meet again, have a lovely time and enjoy the rest of your viewing.